And welcome to this beautiful evening. So just lying down. And you can bend your legs or you can straighten your legs. Just finding your comfort. If you have your legs bent, you might want to have your knees angled in, hands on the belly if that feels comfortable. Inhale, expand the belly into the hands. Exhale, draw the belly in and make a ha sound. And just keep this going. Inhale. Exhale. I'm starting with an open mouth just to make it a little bit easier, but you're welcome to do it with your mouth closed. And when you're ready, we're just going to add some movement of the arms, just one arm at a time. Inhale, bringing one arm up, stretching that whole side of the back. Exhale, bringing the arm down. Inhale, other arm up. Exhale, arm down. And then both arms. Inhale up, exhale down. Now, just a reminder, since we're talking about upper back, neck, and shoulders tonight, if when you bring your arms up, it starts to feel a bit clunky at some point, it doesn't feel comfortable, you can bend the elbows like this, or you can put a bolster or a pillow behind you that you bring your hands to, and you don't bring them as far, or you just don't bring them as far. You can do this with straight legs or bent legs. And you can go back to one arm at a time if you like, especially if you have an injury in one side or the other. And this is your upper and lower back. It can be very helpful to work one side at a time. Really stretch that side really long as you inhale and then exhale, connect. Just arriving, just like we do Tadasana when we stand. This is like our supine Tadasana. Mountain pose. When you're ready, bending your knees if they're not already bent, and you can take a block or a pillow, put it between your legs. You can also put a belt on your thighs, or you can bring your legs together or use nothing, your choice. Just going to start by establishing the base. Exhale, pressing into the center. Inhale, release. So this is just to ground. This is great for our lower backs and also to ground our energy. Exhale, hugging in. Inhale, releasing. Now this time, as you exhale and hug in, I also want you to lift your hips up. And on your next inhale, add your arms and come up higher. You might need to shift down a bit. And then exhale, coming all the way down. Now I'm going to leave my arms up, and at the end of the exhale, take them down. Add a bit of traction through the spine. That works for you, you can do that as well. Inhale in the position. Exhale, tuck your tail under and lift your hips up. So we're just isolating upper from lower back. We did this last week. Inhale, lifting higher, bring the arms up. Lift up nice and high, and exhale, rolling down. Bring your hands away from you. The end of the exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale, rest. Exhale, hugging in, tucking the tail under, lifting the hips up. Inhale, lifting higher, press into those feet if you can. Keep your weight a little bit down towards your feet as you come up. Arms overhead, chin in. And exhale, rolling down. I'm leaving my arms up and I'm feeling like someone's pulling my hands. And release. And last time, inhale here. Exhale, tucking the tail under and lifting the hips. Squeezing into that block. Inhale, coming up, arms overhead. And exhale, coming down. I'm going to come back to bridge, but let's take a break for the back. Exhale, bringing one leg in at a time or both. Inhale, legs down. Exhale, drawing the knees in, so doing a bit of core work. This is too much. You can just hold the knees and inhale away and exhale towards you. Inhale away. You can touch the toes down if you like. Exhale, draw in pelvic floor, lower belly, belly button in. Inhale. Exhale. If you like to add on, you can inhale, bring the legs all the way away from you. As you exhale, you can bring one leg in at a time or both. Inhale. This is upper back and lower back. Exhale. And you can do both legs if you like. So this is more strength work. So if you have a lower back problem right now, that might be too much. Just be careful. And just rest for a minute. Legs straight or bent, just rest. Let the breath come back to neutral. And when you're ready, bending your knees. Okay, this time we're going to do the bridge pose. We're going to have the arms go in different positions. So the first time, the hands are going to start at the belly. Inhale, the hands are going to go to hip height as you lift the hips up. Exhale, coming down. Then inhale, the elbows and wrists are aligned as their arms come to the side. Exhale, the hands come to the sternum. And then the last time, inhale, the hands are going to go up towards the shoulders with bent elbows, if you can. And exhale, coming down, hands to belly, and you're going to start again. You're welcome to use that block or pillow between the legs if you like, or put a belt on the thighs. Inhale, hands at the belly. Inhale, hands at hip height, lifting nice and high. And feel how this goes into the shoulders and the chest as well. Exhale, hands coming down to the belly. Inhale, the hands are coming out to the sides. The wrists and elbows are aligned. And exhale, hands coming to the sternum. And then inhale, hands to the shoulders if this works for your shoulders. And exhale, coming down. Now you might notice one arm is different than the other. That is normal. It's working on rotation of the shoulders. So I don't think any of you have rotator cuff injuries, but if you do, you might not come as high. You're watching this video, we have that problem. Inhale, lifting the hips up, the hands low. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, hands at elbow height. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, hands at shoulder height. Exhale, coming down. One more time. Inhale, hands at hip height. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, hands at elbow height. Waist height, maybe I should say. Exhale, coming down. Inhale at shoulder height. Now stay here. If you can, tuck your shoulders underneath and stay here. Now your hands, just put them where it's comfortable. So they might be at hip height, they might be at that waist height or at shoulder height. And again, notice if one side's different than the other. And if you have any pain or strong discomfort, bring your hands lower until it feels comfortable and just stay in the position. You could also have your hands up to the sky like this and press down on those elbows and then rest the hands on the ribs. That's a nice variation. And just breathe here. You could tuck your hands underneath and interlock your fingers. That's a very common variation. It's quite strong. Be careful of that one. This pose prepares for shoulder stand. For those of you who like doing that pose, this is a preparatory pose. It also opens the chest and strengthens the upper and lower back. As well as the legs. When you're ready, coming down. We're going to do a very gentle counter pose now after all those bridge poses. So during upper back and neck and shoulders, we're doing lots of back arches. So with the feet nice and wide, inhale here, exhale, bringing your knees to one side. Inhale, center, exhale, knees to the other side. Just keep going side to side. Finding this with the breath. Now, if you want to add a little bit more upper back, neck, and shoulders, inhale, center, and exhale. You're going to take one hand and sweep it across your heart and roll to one side. Inhale, opening. You might need to watch me if you haven't done this before. Most of you probably have. Exhale, going to the other side. And take the opposite hand of the side you're going to and bring it across the heart. Massage that arm all the way to the hand. Roll on the head. Inhale, center. Now, if your chin is up to the sky like this when you're doing this, I'm imagining some of you like that, put a bed pillow under your head and roll on that pillow, or a layer of blocks, or a blanket, a folded blanket. So you want to avoid having your chin up to the sky and rolling like that. That could be not so good for the neck, so be careful of that. And this is a very popular variation that I created for upper back, neck, and shoulders. It's stretching the back of the shoulder. Now you might want to stay on one side now, if you can see me okay, and just breathe here. You could bring that top hand up, see if that feels better, or bring it across. If it's too intense, just keep going side to side. That's stretching the back of the under shoulder. Not to stay too long. Inhale, center, exhale, other side. Again, if it's too intense, just keep it moving. And again, you can bring the hand up, the top hand up, or bring it forward. Legs where you like. And when you're ready, come back to the center. Hopefully that felt good. So we're going to work with the neck a bit. I'm going to straighten the legs. The legs could be bent. That last one, the sweater on, it's probably moved it around a bit. So inhale, bringing one arm up overhead. Exhale, arm down. Inhale, the other arm up. Exhale, down. Now we're going to bring both arms up. Inhale, both arms up. Now exhale, you're going to bring just your right arm down. And at the end of the exhale, turn your head also to the right. Now I'm bringing the back of the head more towards my left arm. And just stay here and breathe. As you exhale, can you turn your head a little bit more? Inhale, untwist it. Exhale, twist it a little bit more. Inhale, untwist. And when you're ready, untwisting, coming to the center, arm coming up. And other side. That left arm coming down, the right arm is up. At the end of the exhale, turn the head to the left. The back of the head towards the right arm. As you exhale, twist the head to the left. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, twist. Just keep this going. And when you're ready, inhale, untwist. Both arms up. Exhale, arms down. Bringing your knees to your chest. Inhale, knees away from you. Exhale, draw the knees towards the chest and draw the shoulders down the back. Inhale, shoulders coming forward. Exhale, the shoulders rolling back and down. Now, if you have one shoulder that's injured, you could try just doing one side at a time. So exhale the knee in, inhale the knee away, and press the knee into the hand. The shoulder goes forward. Exhale, it goes back. So you can try that if that feels good. Or both sides. We're doing this for the lower back, but also the upper back focus. So just feel those shoulders roll forward as you inhale, and exhale, rolling back and down your back. And finishing up. Okay, we're going to flip over to our bellies. Now, this part is a little bit harder, a little bit more strength work. So be prepared. If you want a bit more support for your lower back, you could put a pillow or a bolster underneath your belly or a blanket. It would give a bit more support for the lower back if you've got any lower back issues. Otherwise, lying flat on your belly. I'm going to put my feet at the wall. You don't have to do that. And we're going to be focusing on both the upper and lower back. So we haven't done any of this for lower back this term either. So we're going to start with the lower back and move to the upper back. So we're just going to start with the hands down by the sides, or you can fold the hands one on top of the other and put the forehead on the hands. You're going to inhale, straighten the legs and tuck the toes under, lift those knees up. And this is also great for the knees. As one of you reminded me. So this is also for the knees in the room, lots of knee stuff. Exhale, release those legs. Inhale, straighten the legs. It's also strengthening your lower back and your glutes. I don't know if you can feel that, but your lower back is actually engaging now. Exhale, release. Inhale, straighten. Now, if you can, stay a breath or two in this position. Your forehead is on the ground. Your forehead is on the ground. And then release. You can do that again, or if you like, come away from the wall a bit. Try lifting one leg at a time. And I'm going to use the wall for support. So inhale, bring the left leg up. The other foot can be tucked under if you like, or it can be relaxed. Exhale, release. Inhale, other side. Exhale, release. Just keep that going. So you can do it with the other leg relaxed, or you can tuck one toe under, tuck both toes under, and then go side to side that way. So this is a little bit tougher. And it also works knee strength, the thighs and the knees, adding that toe tuck. It's called Ardha Shalabhasana. So that's legs and lower back. All right, now we're going to add the upper back to this. It's just like we did with the bridge pose, we started with the lower back and moved to the upper back. So hands underneath the shoulders. You're going to inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Tuck those toes under, straighten the legs, and lift the chest. Keep the chin tucked in. So you can look forward, but the problem with that is sometimes that causes headaches as you cut off the blood flow a bit. So just be careful with that. Exhale, coming down. You can do that if you like. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, tucking that chin in, coming down. Release those legs. Classically, you can relax the legs and just have them there, or point the toes as you come up. That's another, press the feet down to the ground. That's another way to engage the legs as you move up and down. And this is more the upper back. Called Bhujangasana Cobra. Hands are either in line with the elbows, so that's actually classical, or the hands just under the shoulders. That's a little easier for most of us. And this is a heating pose. You're probably getting a bit warm. And last time, it's also working the lower back. And when you're ready, coming back into child's pose. This pose doesn't work for you, lie on your back and bring your knees into your chest. Work one side at a time. Again, you can do the side child, bringing your hands to one side and then the other. And then stretch the shoulders. Now the hands together, elbows apart, forehead on the ground, knees and hips aligned, and draw the shoulders back. And you'll feel a stretch in your shoulders. If it's too much, just release the hands. You can keep them up. You can also hold a block between the hands. You can also move the hands like this. Inhale away, exhale towards you. We're going to go into the shoulders a little bit more in this position. So we're doing a little bit of kneeling work today just to get into those shoulders. I'm going to show in the front. So I'll mirror for you. So taking your left arm underneath, so you start in all fours and bring your left arm underneath. Bring your right leg to the side. Bring your other arm up. And see if you can stretch that shoulder. If it's too much, leave that hand down, leave the leg in. So you can just do this, or add on that leg, add on that arm. You can move in and out of it as well. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. The big stretch of that shoulder. Stretching the back of the shoulder. We did a warm up for this earlier. And going to the other side. Bringing that right arm underneath. This might be your pose. If you can add the arm up. I really like adding that left leg to be able to get that arm up more. And then you can flow with it. Inhale, open, exhale, release, stretching the back of the shoulder. And when you're ready, come out of that and go back to your child's pose. Right. Okay, so the next pose we're going to do, you can do without rolling your mat, but I'm going to suggest if you have a mat, not all of you are working with the yoga mat, but if you have one, take your mat and roll it. This is a lovely prop that I use very often to open the upper back, neck, and shoulders. Hopefully you have a nice rug or something that you can lie on, or a floor like mine, which is not too hard. You roll that mat like this, and then you're going to put the mat, you're going to lie on it from the top of your head. Make sure it's not like this. Make sure it lines up with the top of your head, and it's going to go to about the base of your rib cage, I hope. Depends how long your torso is. You might need to add a pillow or a blanket under the head. And for those of you who came to the Sunday class, you did this on Sunday as well. So this is a new variation that
combination of what I've taught before with something I learned in Chennai this past trip from a teacher when I was dealing with in my own body a wrist issue, which I was pretty sure was connected to my shoulders. So I had to kind of figure all that out again. And I discovered this through my practice and something my teacher gave me. So just lying in this position, the roll mat around the base of your rib cage, line up. When you're in this position, if your lower back is bothering you, put a pillow underneath your buttocks, and then we'll get rid of that curve under the lower back if that doesn't feel good, or you can bend your legs as well, something like that. All right, so we're just going to start very simply. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of things in this position. Inhale here, exhale. You're going to give yourself a hug and try to hold the opposite shoulder blades. And the more you can keep your elbows up, the stronger it is. So that's your exhale. Inhale to the side. And then exhale, change that crossing. So the rolled mat, or you can use a blanket under you, it's just adding a little bit more of a opening in your upper back on that inhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Inhale, open. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Inhale, open. Exhale, give yourself a hug. And last time. And just resting here for a moment. Okay, we're just going to do some angel arms. So you're going to inhale, bring your arms up overhead to where you can. You might not be able to bring them all the way. Exhale, bend the elbows, bring the arms down. Inhale, coming up, got rings and watches on. There will be a little scraping sound. Sorry about that. And then exhale, bend the elbows and bring them down by your sides. And you might have a shoulder crunch like mine just did. Inhale, arms coming up. This is one I created a long time ago for working with the upper back. Exhale, coming down. Some of you probably have this in your yoga practice at home. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down. And though your legs can be bent if you like. And last time, inhale, coming up, angel arms. Exhale, bend the elbows, drawing everything down. And you can just stay in that opening for a minute with the elbows bent or the arms straight. Just notice if one shoulder is different than the other. It might surprise you which one it is. And when you're ready, rest. Okay, so the next exercise, I'm going to show you seated, but you're going to stay lying down. I'm just going to show you seated so you can see me a bit better, and then I'll lie down and do it with you. So this is the new piece that I've learned in Chennai many times, but this trip, it kind of went in a bit deeper. So I'm ready to teach it, I guess I would say. So you're going to start, you're going to inhale, you're going to bring your hands towards your throat, and your elbows are going to go on the floor. Perhaps you're lying there, and you've got that rolled mat that's giving you a bit more of a lift. So that's your inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands in front of you to the sky. Your hands are in front of you to the sky, and they're pulling away. As you inhale, the hands come to your throat, the elbows are going back. And exhale, the hands are coming to the sky. Now, if that's feeling easy, you can try the next one, which is inhale, bringing the hands together, bring them to the throat. And even to the base of the chin, and draw those shoulders down as you do that inhale. And then exhale, hands away, and stretch as much as you can. Inhale, hands towards you, pressing the palms together. This is working those wrists, as well as the shoulders. Exhale, hands away. So you can pick either of those variations or go one at a time. I'm going to do this with you now, lying down. So starting with the hands to the sky. Inhale, fingertips together, and bring the hands to the throat. And draw those shoulder blades together. And you can bring the elbows down by bringing the hands to the pecs, if that feels better for your body, or you can just leave them slightly up. So that's your inhale. Exhale away. And again, you can do this without the rolled mat if you prefer. Inhale, you can bring the palms together, draw those shoulders down. The hands are coming to the throat, maybe to the heart if that feels better for your body. And exhale, hands away. Inhale, fingertips together, elbows down, opening the chest. Exhale. Inhale, palms together, shoulder blades together. Exhale. Inhale, fingertips together, shoulder blades down. Exhale. Inhale, palms together, hands to the throat or to the heart, shoulder blades down, and release. Just lie in this open position for a minute. Your hands can be any height that feels good for your shoulders. And just stay here and breathe. We know that from research that mobilizing the thoracic spine, the upper back, can be a resource for dealing with both physical and emotional pain, as a way of just lifting our spirits, working with the upper back, neck and shoulders. So great resource for dealing with the ups and downs of life is just working on these chest openers. Okay. So when you're ready, you're going to take that same rolled mat, you're going to turn it the other direction. And now you're going to lie on it with the rolled mat going underneath your armpits. So something like that. You can see this okay on the video. So key thing is make sure that the rolled mat is underneath your armpits. Now, when you lie down, you might need a pillow or a blanket under your head so that your chin is not sticking up to the sky. So make sure that your chin is in line with your heart. And this can be a pretty big opening for many people. You're going to bend your knees. Inhale here, exhale, you're going to do that roll to one side. So you're going to roll to one side or the other. Remember, if your head needs support, you can put a big bed pillow under your head. That's a great prop. or a blanket in a rectangular shape. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. And keep going side to side. And stretching the back of those shoulders. And this is getting into the mid back a lot. So we stretch the front of the shoulders when we did the bridge pose and when we did cobra. Now working the back of the shoulder. When you're ready, you can stay in this position. Big chest opener. That's comfortable. And just rest there. If it's not, get rid of the rolled mat and just lie on the floor and rest that way. The legs can be straight or bent. When you're ready, you're going to release that. You can roll your mat out again if you like. And I'm going to take my bolster. If you don't have a bolster, I hope that you have a big bed pillow. Something you can use. And I'm going to put it lengthwise, like this. You could put a block underneath the head, like this. And again, you want to bring, like we did the rolled mat, you want to bring it to the base of the rib cage. And then you want to lie down from there. If this is too much, you could use a rolled mat, you could use a rolled blanket. I'm going to invite you, if you have some blocks or pillows, to use those as weights on your body. I was just using this with one of my clients who has Parkinson's. I was kind of reminded that this is just a really good resource for all of us for just settling and grounding. It's just putting some weight on the body. This is an idea from Iyengar Yoga, which is very helpful for stress, but also different movement disorders, conditions like Parkinson's or MS, cerebral palsy, etc. But if you don't have those kinds of conditions, the weights can just be very grounding. So putting a couple of blocks or a pillow on the belly, hands at the sides, and then you can even put blocks on your hands or pillows on your hands, or if you have eye pillows, those can be really nice if you have those.
And tell my clients who don't have, this is not the best prop right now, it's falling around. Don't have blocks, you can, use, bags of rice as well. Big bags of rice or beans. You can try that. Let any of those go. And just breathe here. Just put a block on the chest. And you're going to try to inhale into that chest, into the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in, the chest falls. Now, start counting your breath. Inhale 4 to 10 seconds, exhale the same. Or if you'd like, you can do, for example, an inhale 4, exhale 8. Or an inhale 3, exhale 6. Or if you can make it longer, inhale 5, exhale 10, inhale 6, exhale 12. To make that exhale a little bit longer, if you're not there yet, you can add a second after every couple of breaths. Just try to make that exhale a little bit longer. And just let that pranayama go. Moving into a meditation. Just feeling the rise and fall of the belly as you observe the breath. Maybe add a word that you'd like to connect to. Inhale am, exhale, pick a one-syllable word. So it might be love, or it might be strong, or it might be joy or peace. So Just pick a word that might be connected to a deep heart desire of some sort of quality that you'd like to bring in. Ready. Starting to come back into your body. Into your breath. Into the room. And you can stay here longer or start to come out. Placing the hands at the heart. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Namaskaram.